Just this little lot right here is almost $60,000. Last episode, we gave a guitar to Lyle Lovett. It didn't pan out. Can't go wrong. If you screw that up, you're in the wrong business. That's how you make a couple grand in 30 minutes. We are here with one of my favorite things to sell, gold. We just picked this lot up of just about 20 ounces. We are licensed precious metals dealers. So what does that mean? It means we have a license in the state of Texas to buy and sell gold and silver and platinum and anything precious metal. Here we have a pretty interesting assortment of gold, from RCM Royal Canadian Mint bars to Pomp Swiss bars to late 1980s pandas, Perth Mint loafs, which are awesome. This is a 1 ounce Perth Mint bar. Gold is almost at $3,000 an ounce. It's a hard time to be in this business because it takes a lot of money. You have to be smart about when to buy and when to hold and when to sell. You have to be well capitalized because just this little lot right here is almost $60,000. Our margins are really slim. In future videos, I'm going to teach you guys how to buy and sell gold, how I do it, why I do it, and how to make money at it. Today, I'm just showing you what I got. If you are interested in selling us gold or silver, we're competitive. www.fitchestatesales.com. Give us a call, send us an inquiry on the website. I'll buy it from you, and you never know, your collection might end up on my desk. Why do I have all these knives on my desk? How in the world could it be worth my time to deal with knives? That question is going to be answered pretty easily. We have a minimum, so in order to sell us a collection, you need to feel like, and I need to feel like, that you have at least $5,000 worth of stuff, so that it makes it worth you sending to us, or makes it worth us buying it from you. Here we have approximately 25 knives that normally wouldn't be something I'm interested in. However, when I started looking at the list that they sent in and the names of these knives, Cold Steel, Paragon, Mad Dog, I was like, okay, this is interesting. It's gonna meet our minimum. I think it's something I can sell. I think it's something that's easy for me to ship, and I think they're kind of cool. I'll show you a couple of these in like new condition. This is a Cold Steel. It's called a Trailmaster. It's a carbon steel blade. It needs to be cleaned up. I haven't wiped it down or anything. Like I said, I haven't touched them. But those knife guys out there know Cold Steel is one of the better brands. GW, the rust-resistant blade, made in the USA. This is World War II era fighting knife. A lot of you guys are probably curious what I would pay for something like this. Conservative, fair estimate, I thought that there was approximately $6,000 worth of knives retail. Now, any of you online sellers know that there's fees associated with it. There's shipping, there's liability, there's scam, and I have to pay somebody to do it. So generally speaking, if you sell something to us, you can expect us to pay approximately half for something like this. So I paid $3,000 for this collection. I'm hoping to sell it for around $6,000, maybe a little bit more. What the heck, $6,000? You paid $3,000? Well, guess what? If you don't want to sell it and you don't need the $3,000, don't sell it. I buy this from somebody who thinks that's a good, fair offer. I'm not tricking them saying it's worth $4,000, I'm giving you $3,000. I told them very clearly, I think there's $6,000 here, I'll give you $3,000. If I'm lucky, my company will net $1,000. If you think there's something wrong with that, you live in the wrong country. And we can do it honestly and ethically, and we're gonna have fun doing it. And that's what this little knife collection represented to me. We got over grandma's funeral. We worked our asses off all week. Really stressful week. Had a huge estate sale. It went really well. Decided last month we were going to take our little guy to Big Bend National Park. And his specific request was an RV, Daddy. And Annie and I are not RV people at all. But my son will not be denied on his 4th birthday. So we rented a 28-foot RV, which was not, it was a nice RV. For RVs, it was really nice. It was like called a Thor or whatever. On the way there, it was pretty smooth sailing. We stopped at an RV park in North Texas somewhere, or West Texas somewhere. We slept. I woke up and I was feeling pretty good. And then a windstorm hit. So I spent the next 4 hours being punished for everything I've ever done wrong, because that RV, I was just swaying back and forth like a ship in the ocean for hours to the point where I was nauseous from being kicked around back. Nate's in the back, pissed, he's buckled up. Annie's just like totally over this. But we show up to Big Bend and we're totally just taken back. Like, this place was nothing short of epic. We want to go back. We want to buy real estate there. We're in on Big Bend. Most of the time when you guys are seeing me, you just see me working my ass off, which I take a lot of pride in doing and which I will never stop doing. But I want it to be very clear to people who are listening that that is not the most important thing in my life at all. There are many things more important to me than making money and my company and my work. At the top of those things, and the top of the most important things, are my wife and my son. And I do all this work for them. So we just rolled up to the pawn shop. We're going to go see what's going on here today. I'm leaving again this weekend. And so I always like to go through before I leave town and just see what's in there that I might be able to buy that our eBay factory can sell. So see you inside. All right, guys, so we are at the pawn shop, and a pretty cool deal just came in. This is a lot of what I would call junk silver, flatware, scrap. This is all to be scrapped. A lot of people hate to see this, but I'm telling the truth. So the flatware set that your grandparents got at their wedding in 1952, can't run it through the dishwasher. So what do we do with it? Well, it's been sitting in their drawer doing nothing, but it's been going up in value, presumably. You can sell it to your local licensed precious metals dealer and get a fair price for it if you're dealing with the right one. Generally speaking, a good flatware set is going to get you $1,400, $1,500, $1,600, sometimes more depending on how many pieces are in it. But this piece, this collection just came in. You know, I'm telling you guys, you need to melt it all because that's probably what's going to happen to it. There's a couple of exceptions to melting silver flatware. Tiffany & Co. would be one of them. This is a beautiful pattern called chrysanthemum. This is something that people still collect. Like with most things, luxury and vintage, the most expensive, highest end keeps its value. That goes with diamonds, that goes with rare coins, numismatic coins, that goes with watches, that goes with, you name it, in collectibles. The most expensive, the rarest of the rare, is generally what you want to keep. The mid-grade stuff can fall away and disappear, but the best of the best always remains. And Tiffany is that for flatware. In one of the next episodes, I'm going to show you guys what the refinery process looks like. Last episode, we gave a guitar to Lyle Lovett, and it didn't pan out. I don't know all the details of it, but you know, I had hoped that they were going to be able to give it to Lyle, and basically, I just heard that they weren't even able to really talk to Lyle. He was wanting some privacy or whatever. But Lyle, if you're watching this, I had a really cool guitar that I wanted to give to you, but for whatever reason, you were not available to the people I gave it to. So if you want that guitar still, Lyle, or want to talk about it, why don't you reach out to us, because we really appreciated you coming to Kerrville. So yeah, we just got a call. The guy has been putting together a pile of guitars. And, you know, I don't know this guy very well. Actually, I just met him. He came to the pawn shop where we had consigned some guitars over there, and he bought like $10,000 or $12,000 worth. Asked if there's any more, and my mom was like, bro, there's a lot more. Like, this isn't anything. I wasn't going to let anybody over there, but I was just like, you know what, this guy's cool. He spent a little bit of money. He's an older guy and he knows guitars. I'm just going to give him a chance and like just see what he's all about. So I spent like 30 minutes with him. He had a pretty cool story. I mean, he knew guitars. He was talking about, you know, just some of the things in his personal life. And I just got along with him. I thought he was a nice guy. And so he just texted me. He was like, hey, can I meet you down there? I want to buy some guitars. And me and B were about to just go get some coffee and just talk. And now we're going to go through the drive-through coffee and go sell some guitars to Rick. And I'm going to get the bread. One thing I do know for sure about this guy, and he's a nice guy, he is a guitar fiend. And I know the feeling to like want like certain things. And this guy wants some of this stuff really bad. And I'm going to let him have it. He's just got to pay for it. All right, so what are we looking at? We got a pile here.
This one's pretty decent, considering
the shape it's in.
Considering the shape it's in, exactly.
You know, I'm actually kind of surprised you even want these kind of shitty guitars. This is probably the better one. The case is worse.
Who knows?
Who knows?
I just went back there and started looking, and I know what these look like.
Yep, you knew.
That's the case of these.
See, now I'm worried because I'm the only guy that knows what the case of that guitar looks like. And now I'm worried you're going to get the best of me. I'm scared.
What are you talking about? These things, I looked them up.
That's a rare guitar.
No, they're selling for $700-800.
Okay.
So just, for whatever.
Okay.
The next one we already know.
That's a beast. The next one you're picking is a beast.
It could be.
All the electronics are out of it.
Hopefully they're all there.
They're there. What do you value something like that if it's in good condition?
Fixed up and everything. Maybe I'll get $1,000, $1,200. I don't know.
No.
Yeah. What do you think? More?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Watch this. You're gonna shit.
This was the lowest model of these because it only had
See the cheapest one that sold. Let's just go to let's go to lowest price Travis Bean. The body there sold for $1,500 on that one. It's all there. I would be hard pressed to sell that for less than like $1,700.
Okay, we'll put it away. Okay, because you told me $400 the other day.
No.
Yeah, you did. You said, "Here, you can make money on this. Here you go." I mean, $1,700.
Yeah,
I'm gonna work on it and sell it for
it's fine.
25. So it's like, okay, then it's out of the picture.
It's no big deal. Is this one of them you wanted?
Yeah, this is the Heritage Gibson.
What needs to be repaired on it?
Yeah, that big dink on it.
Big dink on it. Okay, so what do you want to pay for this guitar?
I'd be at $800 on that too.
Okay, so let me see before I guess, let's see what I would be. 800, you're at 800 there, you're at 800 there, and you're at, what do you want to pay on those?
For the 3Ds, I'd be at $1,000.
Oh my God, you're hurting me.
These are in the garbage room that you didn't even pay anything for them.
What I pay for something and what it's
Well,
worth.
no, I'm just saying. Well, I know, but I mean, I gotta
it's okay.
try to put
Look,
them
don't
together.
worry. I'm the least of your worries. You're buying these guitars that need work, and it makes me feel good that they'll be back out there playing. That's really
I'll put
what
them
it's
back
about.
out there. That's the deal.
Just makes my heart bounce. All right, so we'll do 1,200 on those. 1,200 on those, and I'm not gonna negotiate with you on this.
1,200 of those is $600 a piece.
No, all three of them.
Oh, 1,200.
You're at 1,000 a piece. I'm going to counter you at 1,200 for those three.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say yes to you on the 800. And I'm going to meet you in the middle at 1,000 on that one. So I'm giving and I'm taking. You're getting this one for 800. You're getting that one for 1,000. So that's 1,800.
One. Yeah. Okay.
And then that's going to put you at a total of $3,000.
So $3,000.
Yeah. Now, if you want to do that deal, I'll throw in this one here for $1,000. Which would put you at $4,000, and that is
you told me $500 on it the other day when I saw.
I probably paid $500 for it. That's probably what I was looking at, and I probably paid.
You said, "Here, you can make money on this. I'll give you this for $500."
How about this?
Together.
Here's what I'll do. Instead of you putting any money out, because I don't want you to risk money, put it together, and then you can either charge me for putting it together, or once it's put together and you know it's in good condition, you can pay me the $1,000 I'm asking. I'll let you put it together and make sure it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that, I see.
I'm really not familiar with that guitar.
I'm seeing different, those orange things are not the ones.
That's what I'm saying. Instead of you risking, I don't want you. I'm not trying to get you.
No, okay.
Take it with you. I trust you.
All right.
You're at 3,000 for these. You can't go wrong. If you screw that up,
all right,
you're in the wrong business.
Okay. Yeah.
And then you take that one with you and work on it next week.
You don't think there's bridges around here anymore?
I've looked for those for you.
Yeah,
I looked.
That works at that.
You can't lose. I mean, if you lose, you come back to me and you say, "Nate, I lost money on that." I'll make sure you come back and get it.
No, that's being fair.
How much cash do you have left?
I actually, I was going to say that with cash, since I was going to go to the bank.
But you forgot?
No, because I thought I had tomorrow.
It's okay.
Next
fine.
day. I got about, I don't know, maybe $800 on me.
Okay.
I mean, I'll write you a check and write cash on it.
Check's fine.
Just hold it.
No problem.
I'll give you the cash.
No problem.
Next week.
No problem. I'll hold the check and I'll hold the check and you can. No problem.
Because I'll give you the cash next week.
Cash or check don't make any difference to me.
Yeah. So let me see what money I got on me.
I'll give you a loan if you need some money for dinner.
Okay.
It's going to cost you 20% a month though.
I think there's some hundreds.
There you go. I can hold your check.
Well, I'm just saying.
But it doesn't matter.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, hold it to the end of the month.
No problem.
End of the month, because that's when I get my pension and all that other shit. Okay?
No problem, buddy. Okay, let me get those inventory tags from you off those guitars real quick so that I can mark those off my inventory, and then we'll be out of here. Margins are good on that deal. It wasn't a big deal, but it was worth our time. We spent about 20 minutes here, and we sold him $4,000 worth of stuff. Nice guy. I gave him some deals. I didn't beat him up too bad, although I wanted to. I didn't. I was fair with him. So the idea here in dealing with this kind guy is that I want him to come back and do more. So I don't want to beat him up too bad. I want to leave room on the table for him to win. And I want to win at the same time. All right. We made some money on that deal. Our cost into the guitars was $1,700. We sold it for $4,000. So we made $2,300. That's generally kind of in the margin we need to be in. It's a fair deal. We left room on the table for him to fix him up and make some money. We also threw in a vintage Fender case for him. And there's nothing wrong with making a profit, by the way. You don't have to feel guilty about it. These lights, they're on because I pay for them. The camera is on because I pay for it. The guitars are here because I paid for them. They sit here, and the marketing dollars get spent so that guys like Rick can come and buy from us. So everything has a cost. You do not have to feel guilty about doubling your money because you're not really doubling it. You know, you have a cost that's associated with just the acquisition, but there's disposition cost as well that you need to account for. So it's how you make a couple grand in 30 minutes. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more, because on the next episode, I'm going to show you the property I bought this morning. I'm going to tell you how much I paid for it. I'm going to show you how I'm going to make over $100,000. See you guys.